Hello everyone and welcome to the final best of 3 in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 1 Successor games. It is between miou and Grubby, and it is basically a final for the last remaining spot in the grand finals between these two players. miou, the German human, is spawning in the bottom left spawn position here on Twisted Meadows in red, starting with Altar and with the early lumber mill. And he's fine with the host, which is a good sign. And in the top right corner is Grubby in his favorite color, at least in terms of Warcraft, green. And he starts with Altar, Burrow and Barracks. So some chit chat going on between the players. Of course, both of them are taking this seriously. And we'll see if Grubby is going to continue with basically the theme of the orc versus human games we've seen here in the Successor games, which is the farcier first approach, and he does so. Looks like he's going to scout right now. miou, we've seen him play against Ciara just in the previous best of 3, and he didn't scout in his games against him, and it worked out for him. And he's not scouting here as well. We do see again the early lumber mill build, as I said previously already, which is going to result in him taking rather quickly while also getting the arcane tower to help him deal with the wolf harassment by his opponent. More than halfway out, so is the Farseer. Grubby with the second burrow already. Let's see if he's gonna go for the shop before attacking here, or if he's gonna go for the slightly quicker tech. Grubby just scouting the close position here, now turning around, so we'll see if he just wanted to exclude the human or make sure the human isn't getting away with creeping the laboratory close to him, or if he's just gonna take chances here, which he might. He's heading down towards the bottom of the map, so I'm assuming upon seeing that miou isn't here, he might just start creeping here on his own. We'll see. Or just start creeping the green camp on his own, and miou is doing exactly what he did against Ciara as well, in which he also played Twisted Meadows first. He starts with the little green camp, and he's getting the tower, he's getting the militia right now. He's going to continue creeping here, which is exactly what he did against Ciara, but Grubby's approach is a little bit differently. Compared to what Ciara did. He just grabbed one of the greens as well, and he's gonna start harassing here a lot more quickly. And miou is already retreating. He is giving this up very easily. The first militia is already about to fall. He needs, I think, 2 more hits. Denied by miou, so no free XP for Grubby, but at least he got the kill on one of the peasants, and he's getting the water medal here as well, so even a bit of an XP lead for the Dutch orc here already. Shop is coming for him right now. Tech has started for both of the players. miou slightly behind in tech, which is caused by Grubby skipping his lodge and therefore taking a little bit more quickly. He's getting the kill on one of the null wardens. Doesn't want to continue creeping here as miou is coming in from the left hand side again. So yeah, Grubby continues keeping the pressure up. Hasn't taken any damage on anything so far though. So yeah, he's dealt with the human army pretty nicely so far. Shop is now coming with super power build, which already shows that miou feels the pressure here. One of his footmen is going to have to be pulled back into his base soon as Grubby turns around for him once more, and he's doing that just now, and therefore the footman has to retreat. Finally the grunts are taking some damage as well. Shop is about to finish here. The first peasant is being sent back. Techs are more than halfway done, and the first peasant, or the second peasant actually of miou, is about to fall here. The next footman is going to be saved just for now at least. The wolf's probably going to be taken down before he can take down the footman, and Grubby has to retreat. Tech is still has a little bit to go. Wormel coming here very early on for Grubby, so I'm assuming he's seen miou's games against Ciara, and therefore he's definitely aware of miou's chance to go for a Firelord tower push in this one. But we'll see if miou is going to go for that again. Maybe that was just a reaction to the situation in the previous best of 3 by miou. So getting back to the game. Grubby continues keeping the pressure up here, going for the IEM again here. The Wolves, one wolf together with the Grunts is going to continue creeping, even as it seems a little bit risky by Grubby. It looks like he probably just wants to null Warden to get to level 2 before miou gets there, or before miou reaches tier 2, and miou still level 1, which is so bad because he can really feel the lack of the Brilliance Aura. He's pulling the Militia, he's getting 3 Ivory Towers, so it looks like he's just going to do the same strategy. Grubby is there very early on here, cancels the heal staff on one of the Footmen. The IEM is taking a bit of damage immediately as well. It looks like the Wolves are going to try and chase down the low HP Footmen. The Grunts actually heading forward here, and yeah, Grubby is putting the Town Portal already, so he wants to get some healing on his Grunts here immediately before the push can occur. He's buying the heal salves, he's buying a Clarity, he wants to be prepared. He's getting a Watchtower already, he's getting the Spirit Lodge, unlike Ciara, who did get the Beastry instead of the Spirit Lodge. And once again, there's the Fire Lord by miou, and he's got 125 mana again, immediately spawning the Water Metal. TC second is out for Grubby. His tower is about to finish here. Wolves and the first Grunt are taking a bit of damage. The TC needs to be careful not to get surrounded here by the human army. Shockwave Chain Lightning is coming in very nicely. The IEM is already in plenty of trouble, and he's forced to Town Portal immediately. So Grubby dealing with this one pretty easily. First Demolisher is out, but not even necessary. I mean, there's definitely the chance that miou might just go for the push again immediately, or for the expansion with this with these 3 Ivory Towers that he's got in his inventory. And he's adding an Arcane Sanctum immediately, so yeah, he's going for a longer game right now, as this push has been repelled very, very easily by Grubby. He's got the spikes, he's got the first Spirit Walker on the way, and therefore he's looking very, very decently prepared against a tower push that is only basically consisting of heroes and defense footmen. So yeah, miou has to go into a longer game here. Tome of Intelligence, Flute of Accuracy, pretty nice item, as all of the damage output, basically the entire army, as soon as the remaining footmen have gone down, is going to consist of ranged units. miou heading towards the top here. Maybe he's gonna pull the creeps here very early on, just to get his creeping sped up a little bit more. Grubby, on the other hand, isn't wasting any time either, using his Demolition now as well, pulling back the Farce here, maybe getting another heal staff, and perhaps even either a Speed Scroll or a Town Portal, since, you know, we did see also in the best of 3 between Ciara and miou what happens if the Orc runs around against slow without either Speed Scroll or Town Portal. So Grubby does pick that one up. miou continues creeping here as well. Still has the 3 Ivory Towers in his inventory, so it seems like he doesn't dare going for the expansion yet. Grubby seems to have the right sense. He's sending a wolf towards top left. He definitely needs to make sure not to let miou get away with an expansion at this time, because miou, he's got very little tier 2 units, very few tier 2 units out yet, so he might not be quite ready yet to take a fight, and therefore Grubby would probably be able to stop an expansion attempt. Therefore miou not even going for it at the moment. Then again, Grubby is just getting his Beastry now as well, so he's also not completely teched up yet. Level 3 on both of the Orc heroes exactly. So pulled the Fast here away there just in time. First heal scroll from miou, of course pretty crucial against the AoE of his opponent, and a protection scroll as well. It looks like Grubby is coming in from the top right now. Shockwave Chain Lightning killing 3 footmen immediately, but those are trash at this point anyway. Some dispels are coming in against the slow. The next, the first pair of level 2 wolves has been summoned. Grubby is going to have to go into ethereal shape with this walker here very quickly, but he's actually changing shape with the wrong walker, therefore losing one of his walkers, but in return he's killing so many units of miou. Shockwave is coming in. miou doesn't have a Town Portal, and therefore he's probably going to lose just all of his units here. Another Sorceress is falling. There's no more mana on the Orc heroes at the moment, at least not for AoE spells. And therefore At least the human heroes are gonna get away. I'm assuming maybe one more sorceress is gonna fall, but actually not even that. miou getting away here with 2 heroes, 2 sorceresses. Still, he's lost so many units. He has killed a little bit in return, but not really worth it. He's killed a Demolisher, which Grubby doesn't want to have in his army anyway at this point, because you know, it's rather immobile and he'd rather have say another Walker or something like that instead of that Demolisher. And one of the Spirit Walkers, which was basically the only real value he got out of this fight. So 50 supply for Grubby, 38 for miou, heroes 3-3 for the human, almost 4 on both of the orc heroes. A pretty solid, safe and superior game by Grubby so far. He's gotten himself a new town portal right now as he's going to push, and in case something goes basically wrong for him, he's always going to be able to town portal out. miou continues creeping with militia, and he's even going to go for the expansion right now, as it appears pretty greedy, but I'm guessing he knows that he's got to risk something at this point. But that also means that he's got very few militia remaining, or potential militia remaining, in his main base, which is going to make it harder for him to actually defend that. Grubby actually added another Demolisher, a little bit surprised about that, but alright. Fars here, almost level 4 by now. He's killed a few more units. miou even using Call to Arms. He's coming in with his army from the right hand side. The Demolisher gets taken down immediately, which yeah, kind of shows of how much value it really is in many cases. And Grubby is pulling back here. Of course, with the Endurance Aura, rather easy to get away from the human if he doesn't get in range to cast slow, and if there's no bolt available, which of course is the case in this game. So yeah, he's done some more damage. Grubby, that is, killing one of the arcanes, killing the shop, killing a few units, not lose. Well, he lost his Demolisher, but not losing anything else. Once again, he's adding one and creeping the red camp here, potentially hoping for, I'm guessing, Staff of Silence or the Mana Pendant would be the best items available for Grubby at this camp. Orb of Darkness, not really what he was hoping for. In the meantime, the Fire Lord's gonna get another scroll, probably. Yeah, another heat scroll for miou, who's only up to 1 again, who's about to finish his expansion here. And if he can keep that alive for a little while, Grubby, I think, didn't scout it yet. Maybe he expects it, given that miou doesn't have his ivory towers anymore, and given that there weren't too many lumber peasants remaining in miou's main base when he pushed previously. So I'm assuming he should be aware of it, and he's okay. I'm not sure if the duration is going to be long enough on the wolf to actually scout this expansion, but he's, yeah, actively scouting. Of course, he's going to have skeletons now from now on as well to always scout across the entire map. Grubby is coming in with the wolf. He sees everything he needs to see here, and he's gonna get aggressive at miou's main base immediately again, and miou isn't gonna get the shop up. 60 supply for Grubby. Chainwave is coming in. Everything, every single peasant has died down here. And yeah, 60 supply against 40 miou, despite having the expansion, is basically down to 1 gold mine at the moment. And does he even have a town portal? He doesn't have a town portal. He's found the pendant of mana, but if he loses his main here, that's not really gonna make up for that. He's only got 1 Arcane Sanctum, so he's gonna have a huge lack of tier 2 units, and Grubby might even be able to finish this game right now. He's killing the keep, but he's town porting out. Okay, he's taking it slowly, not willing to risk losing here in a fight, despite having the... Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, despite having the definitely superior army here. 4 heroes for Grubby against 4 and almost 4 for miou, who's caught up decently in that aspect, creeping down here and here, while Grubby only got the 1 red camp. But yeah, the problem for miou is that his expansion right now is his only mine, that he's back to tier 1, that he's got 1 Arcane Sanctum only, and that he doesn't even have enough supply to continue producing. And Grubby, with new clarities used, with a mana potion on the TC, with a new town portal, with 1 heat scroll, 1 scroll of the beast, is going for the fight right now. Chainwave Shockwave Chain Lightning has already been used There is still one score remaining for miou, which he definitely needs to use right now. He does so, but he's not even getting all of the casters in range. The two demolishers are also doing decent damage, and the numbers aren't high enough for miou to just quickly get rid of those, and therefore in that situation they're definitely very useful. Also miou is exposing his casters here, so Grubby is looking pretty decently in this fight. He's chasing down caster after caster here on the top. The IEM is in trouble as well. The Firelord is still looking fairly strong. IEM has to run away, but all of the casters are gonna fall here. There is going to be mana for another shockwave in just a second as well if he wants to use that. Getting rid of two of the casters. Another two walkers have fallen here. The next one might fall as well thanks to the level 2 Soulburn, which is doing plenty of damage as you can see here. But Grubby is trying to go for this around on the Firelord. He's casting another ensnare. Is he gonna get this around? Perhaps not, as the Pierce, the summons are trying to get rid of one of the demolishers here. But miou has got so few units remaining, also scattered across the map. He is gathering a bit of an army again here on the left hand side. Grubby on the other hand, still up at 50 supply, 51, but even while the fight was going on, he probably realized that he didn't need one additional supply and cancelled something. There's the shockwave finally. IEM is getting into some trouble as well. Chain lightning is coming in. Two more casters falling here. Level 5 for both of the orc heroes by now. Still miou is fighting with everything he's got here. And he's lost all of his casters. Okay, one more sorceress remaining. Surround attempt by Grubby. Nicely done here. Invisibility casted by miou, but both of his heroes are basically dead, so I mean he can stand there invisible, but he cannot basically do anything with those heroes. Grubby at the shop, is he getting dust? He's getting dust here, and that's going to put those heroes into trouble eventually. Grubby does have mana for a chain lightning right now if the arcane tower doesn't change focus to the Farseer. Now that is the case. TC is coming in. He's going straight for the Shredder here, which miou has bought as well, but that isn't going to get him too far. And snare thrown by the Raider. The Shredder is going down. There's the Dust of Appearance. Shockwave going on the TC, and the Demolish is actually on the Firelord, and the Demolish actually are getting rid of it. And the IEM is gonna fall as well right now. He's got nothing more to protect him. Level 6 for the Farseer even. GG by miou. Grubby 1-0 in the lead. One map away from taking his third best of 3 here in the Successor games and from moving on into the finals. Pretty interesting game here. miou perhaps a little bit stubborn with his strategic choice here. I mean, the situation wasn't too differently from what we've seen against Ciara, but Grubby got the counter tower up very early on. He got, I think pretty wisely decided to town portal early on to get mana back on his Farseer, which just reached level 2 before the push, to get all of his grunts to full HP, and to just be in the perfect position to deal with this push by miou. Also, he did a bit of damage to the IEM before he town portal, which really helped him focusing that hero later on when the push actually occurred in front of his base. And then afterwards, basically, right after the first fight that took place in front of miou's Goblin Merchant, Grubby was way ahead and yeah, finished the game very safely, very nicely afterwards. So that's a good start for Grubby into this best of 3, and miou is gonna have to come back with 2 map wins in a row right now. The first attempt, or you know, maybe the last attempt to do so, will be on Turtle Rock